So as you guys most likely know, if you are a consistent watcher of the channel, last week was a really difficult week for me. I had a Tesla swing trade that really sort of plagued my entire week. And overall, I went 4 for 4 on losing days last week, losing just around $14,000 to $15,000. I stepped back. I relaxed. I understood that what I was looking for just didn't quite work out. I didn't panic. I knew that my strategy is still great. I knew that what I'm looking for on a daily basis is still something that is profitable in the market. This is going to happen. We're going to have rough weeks. We're going to have weeks where we just don't perform at our best. This does not mean that we switch up everything, we panic, and we don't stay to what we know. Today, I can happily say that everything that I lost last week has been made back in one day using the exact same strategy, looking for the exact same things, staying consistent to what I know, and this was an entry point today on Coinbase on a 4-hour break and retest of a very key level. Now, you guys probably know we've been watching coin, we've been eyeing coin, we've been hawking this break and retest, but we never got that catalyst that we really needed for coin to start to really move. Now today, coming into today, we saw over the weekend Bitcoin and Ethereum really start to push to the upside. We got a gap up on both of these names overnight. We had a very strong open on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. Now, after seeing this, I knew that coin could start to get that catalyst, that coin could get that move that we've been waiting for, and I went ahead, I stuck to my analysis, I stuck to that break and retest, and I went ahead and I executed on this play. If you guys come to the pre-market live stream, you know we were all over this. This is a 100% free place to get some ideas, to prepare for the market open. This is right here on YouTube every morning, and I would highly recommend that you take an hour out of your day to check out that live stream. So in today's video, we're going to break down the Coinbase trade that I'm still holding, up just about 280% as we currently stand. A beautiful break and retest. I'll break down why I entered it. I'll break down why I continue to hold it due to some of the technical things that I'm seeing on the intraday. All right, guys, so a quick update here on TradeZello. You can see we are back up to around 160,000 on the year, win percent 61%. And you can see right here, if I move this to the left, look at last week, right? Lost 10,000, lost 3,000, lost about pretty much break even that day. And then on Friday, closing the week on a $4,000 loss, right? That does not feel good. I was not happy to end last week. I was not losing confidence, but I was like, hey, tough week. Let's reset, right? I know that what I've done so far this year is fantastic. I know I've had some really nice trades, and my strategy is still working, right? Just last week just was off. I was off, right? I have to accept that, but that does not mean that I'm not going to continue to do what I'm doing, continue to take those break and retest trades, put on risk when I see it's right? And that's what I did today, and I was able to profit very nicely. So you guys can see here on the bottom left, this was today, realized just about $10,000. You can see this is the big Coinbase trade. I'll go ahead and click into it. As of right now, net P&L on Coinbase, $12,000. I'll go ahead and pop up the P&L to where I end today. It just turned 4 o'clock. The market just closed, and you guys can see my current standing on Coinbase as the market closes right here. So overall, just a really, really nice upside trade. You can see my entries, some of my exits. I'll go to my executions. I went ahead and I scaled out 20 of the 25 contracts. So right now you guys can see I'm holding 5 contracts. I've locked in profits on 20. So if this does come back against me, so be it. I've locked in majority of my trades, majority of my risk, and that's what I'm comfortable to hold overnight. So let's jump into the charts. Why? Why Coinbase? Why was I looking at Coinbase to go up? Well, this all starts on the 4-hour. Here's the 4-hour chart. And we saw Coinbase recently push to the upside. Let me go ahead and delete some of these lines. We'll do the entire analysis fresh, just right in front of your face, and sort of redo this right here on Coinbase. So last week, right? Last week and into earnings, we saw Coinbase squeeze to the upside. We saw the strength on Coinbase. We saw that big push. We saw that aggressive upside. Now, as you guys know, I am not going to be someone that chases that upside. I'm not looking to chase something after it's already gone higher. I wanted to pull back. I wanted to retest a breakout point, do a break and retest, and then look to formulate my entry point. So what was I looking for, right? Where was I looking to see if Coinbase could pull back to, and where can I potentially formulate that entry with proper risk to reward? Instead of chasing, where's my risk to reward? Where can I enter this market? Enter Coinbase in this scenario. Well, if we look to the left, right, we saw, hey, Coinbase had a decent amount of struggle up at these previous highs, right? We can see these previous highs up here. Right up here, we had that previous struggle on Coinbase right around $188 to about $190 per share. Now, after that earnings move, hey, we saw, hey, it's getting pretty stuck up here. I don't want to long up at this supply. Let's let this thing pull back. Where can we go ahead and enter the market once again for a nice entry? So let's first understand that 188 level was very important, right? This was a previous rejection and a rejection back here in late December. Now, you can see here on the left, if we look to the left, look at this little level here around 161, right? We can see we had some previous rejections right here at 161. And what I wanted to see was if Coinbase is going to pull back from that earnings pop and off that supply, can we pull back and can we maintain above this previous high, right? And that is exactly what Coinbase did. Coinbase had a previous high here that we broke above. We pulled back over the last week, and look at how perfect Coinbase has been maintaining above these previous rejection points. Now, if we break this down a little bit closer, let's go down to the 15-minute chart and let's look at last week's price action. Last week, we had some pretty choppy price action between Tuesday and Friday of last week, all right here. Now, the one thing that kept me interested was the fact that Coinbase was not breaking below this level. No matter how weak Coinbase was on the day, it always found some type of a bounce off that 161. You can see even here on Friday, if we zoom in very closely on Friday, we had an aggressive sell-off on Coinbase intraday and had a very aggressive bounce right off that level. So I knew after watching last week's price action, hey, this 161 continues to hold. And there's a reason for it, right? This is not just some kind of random level. This is my 4-hour break and retest level. Break of that 161 right here, retest of that 161, and we just continued and continued to hold. So coming into today, if you were part of the live stream, we were saying, hey, watch out for this Coinbase, right? This thing continues to hold 161, is intriguing, very intriguing. You can see right here, this is a pretty good looking break and retest. You know, if it can sort of break this downtrend, this is a very good looking hold of that 160. 160, 160. This is something I'm definitely going to be watching today. If Bitcoin can make another move here, man, right? If this consolidation leads to another move on BTC, I would assume that Coinbase is going to be a really, really nice potential long around this 160, 161. If you set up a long entry here, you have a very good risk to reward, right? Risk is back under 161. Maybe our reward is back up to those highs at 188, right? That's a positive risk reward, and that's worth putting potential risk on the line. Now, the other thing that got me very interested this morning is if we go to Bitcoin, we go ahead and go into the morning on Bitcoin today. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. The morning on Bitcoin, I'm going to go into the 5-minute chart. This morning, we had a very nice upside gap on Bitcoin right here, right? So we got a little bit of excitement on Bitcoin overnight. And to start the morning, we saw Bitcoin really start to go, right? So we got that Bitcoin gap up. We started to really see that push to the upside. And it was the same for Ethereum, right? Ethereum got over 3,000. Big gap up Sunday night on the Ethereum futures. And we saw that strength on Ethereum out of the gates. So I knew that Bitcoin and Ethereum had a little bit of a trigger, right? I knew that I had a little bit of strength in some of those crypto names, and I knew that Coinbase was continuing to hold that 161 level. So where did I find my entries, right? Because, yeah, you know, good on the 4-hour, good on the longer-term analysis. We got that Bitcoin strength. We got that Ethereum strength. But really, what was I looking for that really solid entry? And that was a break above some of this consolidation that we had last week. So right around this 172 level, we saw some previous rejections last week. This was around where Coinbase could not get above, right? So I saw that 172 level and I said, okay, if Coinbase can break and hold this 172, I want to be a participant. So I'm going to go down to the 2-minute chart and I'm going to show you exactly what happened at 172 today. This is the 2-minute chart. And this is Coinbase off the open. I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a highlighted area. And you can see 6 minutes. into market open, 6 minutes into market open, we had a perfect hold above that 172 level. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this candle right here. You can see right here, 172, we had a push into it at open. We had a maintain of it on the second 2-minute candle, and we had a wick hold of that 172 right there, just 6 minutes into market open. And at that point, I was entering the market long. I knew that we had that catalyst on Bitcoin. I knew Coinbase was coming off a very strong 160 demand, and I saw the 172 hold that came in near market open, and right in this area is where I was entering Coinbase long. So you can sort of see here how the 4-hour break and retest and the shorter term break and retest is how I sort of set up these entry points, right? Because my larger idea here was that Coinbase was going to do a large term break and retest off the 4-hour chart, right? That is sort of the beginning of the analysis. I knew, hey, we have a 4-hour break and retest, and I know that in a bigger picture, this could result in a very nice upside move off that 161 level. But I still need to find a proper entry point, and so I had to break it down a little bit more short term. I had to take a look at some of the shorter term action and say, okay, where's the level that I think needs to break and hold for this thing to really take off? And for me, it was 172. You saw 172 here, 172 here. A couple times we couldn't get above 172 there last week on Thursday and Friday. And then today, we had a perfect 172 break and retest on the intraday, getting me into this position. Now, if we go back to TradeZella, you can see I did my job to scale out as we get it, right? Of course, if I would have held this whole position, I'd be up a lot more money. But you can see I did my proper job of scaling out into this trade as we were pushing to the upside, getting myself into a comfortable position, now only holding 5 of this week's, and then I still have some next week contracts. The other thing that I was doing here, which I think is very important to notice if you are trading Coinbase, if you're trading any kind of cryptocurrency name, was I was monitoring the Bitcoin futures, right? So the Bitcoin futures was another guide today for me. I was focused to see how strong were these Bitcoin futures, and I figured, hey, if the Bitcoin futures, if Bitcoin's going to continue higher, that is going to drag Coinbase with it. And there was really never a point today where I saw Bitcoin really have any weakness. And that is why I continue to hold this for more upside. So where do I think Coinbase can go? Well, let's go down to this weekly chart and let's take a bigger picture analysis of this chart. And let's get an idea of where this target most likely is for the next move on Coinbase. For me, it's right around this 207 level. I think that's right around where I'm targeting this Coinbase to move into. If we go to the weekly chart, this is back from 2022 and this is back from 2021. We saw a previous low come in around this 207 area, which turned into a pretty clear rejection back there in 2022 and 2021. So as of right now, my target is right here around this 207 area. That's where I'm going to be looking for Coinbase to move into, see if Coinbase can retest this 207 area, and then see if it gets a little bit difficult up there. Now, if Coinbase, by some means, right, if Coinbase really gets a move going, and if Coinbase is able to break and hold above this weekly chart level, this is going to be another major watch in the future for more upside here on Coinbase, something that I am absolutely watching. Now, the next thing I just want to point out here, right, just really quick, and how and show why it's so important to zoom out and look at different time frames here. Take a look at this weekly chart with me for just a second. What do you notice, right? What are you noticing here, even back from 2023, the beginning of 2023? Take a look at this, right? Look at how clean this stair step has been on Coinbase. You can see we had previous highs that turned into lows. We had previous highs that turned into lows, right? Look at how clean Coinbase has been stair stepping to the upside here. And this pullback, this was even back down at 110. This would have been an even better entry for this upside move that has been going on. Perfect stair-stepping upside move on Coinbase off these lows. And the next stair step that we need to break above is right here at 207 to create that next leg higher. So that's going to be the level to watch, right? Moving forward this week, 207 on Coinbase. That's the target right now. An awesome trade, right? Straight from that pre-market live stream. again, guys, I just wanted to make this video. I wanted to, more than anything, I did want to break down the trade and show you the profits that I was able to make. But I hope that this video gives you some confidence that if you have a bad week, if you have some struggle on the market, if things weren't really firing for you over the last few trading days, last few weeks, stick to the strategy that you're trading, right? Nothing is going to take me away from trading the break and retest. I know with certainty that this strategy works. And if I have a few days or a few weeks of struggle, I'm not going to start straying from what I know. And you guys can see in today's video, it's the same thing once again. It's the break and retest, creating trading opportunities. And I hope that this is just an inspiration, some kind of fresh air for you guys to see that if you stick to that strategy that you're trying to learn, that you're trying to master, don't get discouraged, continue to look for it. And that is exactly what happened today on Coinbase. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to press that like button down below. I continue to hold Coinbase, so I'll keep you guys updated on this position as it goes. Congratulations to those who took this. Congratulations to those who took this from the pre-market live stream. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Before I go, Options Insider hoodies. Make sure to check them out down in the description below. All right, guys. Peace out.